Okay. Today we'll try to understand how data is being analyzed in IoT by using various techniques. Okay. See, I'm not getting in depth into this. But I'm just giving an overview of how analytics can be done in IoT infrastructure. Okay. So first of all, you should know what is data analytics. Okay. Generally, you should know this. So I'm defining it as it is nothing but the process of examining the data, so pre-processing the collected data, cleansing the data, cleansing or cleaning the data, and exploring the data and producing a model from it. I repeat, this is an important interview question. They will ask this. Okay, what is data analytics? It is nothing but process of examining, pre-processing, cleansing, exploring, and finally producing a model out of it. This is data analytics. Okay. See, I have taken this example to make you understand the overview of this data analytics. Okay, exactly. I didn't get the picture here, so somehow I managed it with this. So I need a software to explain you exactly what is data analytics. So up to say 80%, I got the output. Okay, see, let us keep this as the first data. So am I clear, guys? Am I audible? Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
Your
right.
voice is breaking, sir.
Yeah. Now, did you understand what is data analytics? Definitive way. Yes. Am I clear now? Audible? Fine.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Right.
sir.
Okay, right. See here, let's keep this data as a data that is being fetched from sensors. Okay, maybe one sensor. We call that live data as the streaming data here. Okay, so maybe let's keep this column as the temperature data. Let this be the pressure data. Okay, collected from a particular sensor, and then let this be the moisture data. So okay, so this is a live data. It doesn't have any kind of thing, right? It is just collected as like it was from the device. Okay, so after collecting it, I'm calling this data as a streaming data. Then I am doing some processing. So what is the processing I have done here is, see here, I've created a table for it. Can you understand, guys? I have created a table for first is, so first column represents your temperature data. The second column represents your pressure data, and third column represents your moisture data. So this is some kind of a easy processing. Okay, that is creating a table. Okay. So third thing in your data analytics is cleansing the data. See here in this second row, that is your second column. In this cell, a value is missing. So I have kept this as the pressure data, right? So this data, if you take it further to the next level, no, the output of the entire business will get collapsed because a data of this record is missing. This data is a missing value. So this has to be eliminated from this entire process. So what I'm doing is to remove it. I'm doing some filtering process here. See here, I've removed the entire data here. So this is a kind of a cleansing or a cleaning of data, that is removing your incoming data. Then after that, what I'm doing is I'm trying to apply some algorithms into this data to explore the intelligence knowledge from here. Okay, so from the intelligence knowledge, what I am trying to do here is from after creating this after creating this chart and by using intelligent data from this data, from the original data, finally I will eliminate all the outliers part here. So that is the diagram. I didn't get it exactly. So this is after this, what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to build a model with good data, that is an accurate data. I hope I'm very clear. Okay, I repeat, I started with raw data. We call it as the streaming data. Then I processed it by creating a rows and column. Then there was a missing value. I eliminated it by using certain filtering techniques. Then I applied some algorithms and analyzed the data and got some intelligence data. Then from this I removed certain outliers which is of no importance to me. I've removed this, so this is my final outputs. Okay, so this I'm going to take it as the model for the entire process. Okay, I hope I'm clear. Any doubts here, guys? Anything you want me to stress? Can I go further?
No, sir.
Yeah, right. Okay, as I told you, first part is some kind of processing should be done. So first part we call it as examining the data. So we call it as the inspection of data. Okay, so what is exactly done in examination part of this data is we have to check the data and identify what kind of a structure it is. Okay, how can you identify the structure is by using certain schema techniques. Okay, so that is the first step in your examination of data. Okay, the second part is whenever a data flows into this process, the definition part is very important. Okay, what is this definition part? Okay, the definitions like where the data is coming from, what is its type, is it a temperature data or it is a pressure data, is it a moisture data, what type of a data, and its range I have put it in this table, right? So this is the range, right? 5.33, 5.71. Okay, so some kind of an inspection should be done in this initial stage. Okay, then based on this findings of types and ranges of these data, a solution can be designed. Okay, so whenever the patterns like your type, your range, the frequency of the data, okay, if it is defined properly, no, whenever you try to filter the new data into this existing data, it can be checked whether this type matches the type of this new data, whether the range of this old data matches the range of the new data. So some kind of a checking is being done here. Okay, so the overall we call this examination part as first thing is identification of the exact structure of data. Then we have to check for the compliance with the definition part, that is the existing data. You have to check the new data with the existing data. This is the flow of this first stage, that is examining the data. Second one is processing data. Okay, so as I told you, the initial data we get from the sensors is really unstructured. Okay, so but if you take this data into the cloud, no, we are blessed with certain thing like whenever we take this data into cloud, it automatically it supports only semi-structure, or it converts that particular data to a semi-structured format, or even if you use a good algorithm, it will completely convert this data into a structured data. Yeah. Hello, Kritin.
Oh, today games night, is it? We can, oh, not even in psych. No?
Kritin.
Do we have 10 people for today?
Kritin. Yeah. So if we take this particular data to the cloud, what they are saying is it converts it to a semi-structured data. So while doing this pre-processing step, as particular schema is designed so that it accommodates all these kinds of input. Okay. Again, what else is done in this processing is the data is transformed. Okay, and they are stored in a structured schemas. Okay. So this is the flow in processing. So once the data is stored in that particular structured schema, next level is we will start with the implementation part. Okay. So before going into this implementation part, as I told you, cleansing plays a major role. That is cleaning of particular data. So what this exactly is cleansing is you are looking for an inconsistent, incorrect, or inaccurate values. This we call it as cleansing. Okay, so these kind of an inconsistent, incorrect, and inaccurate values, these we call it as the outliers. So if you take any project or the product you are building up, at least you can expect 5% of this kind of inconsistent data that has to be taken care of. Okay, it might be less in percentage, but it has to be treated properly, otherwise the entire output will get collapsed. Okay. So what is the importance of this outlier is, it may vary according to the scenario of the particular project and the source of that particular data. So if your project has to work fine, you have to remove this outlier. Okay, so once this is done, this inconsistent data is removed. Now all the data available with you will be very familiar and similar, so that you can check the compliance with the existing data. Okay, now we can take this data to further analysis. Again, let me give an example to make you understand how cleansing is done. Okay, so let's take an e-marketing example. So you're visiting this Flipkart and Amazon website, right? So whenever you try to visit this kind of a website, they define this as a journey. Okay, so the journey means that the time you visited, what are all the inputs they might be taking is when you logged in, what is the product you have spent time with, okay, how many minutes you are there. This they define it as the journey. Okay, I've told only the few inputs. Okay, like time, what is the time, then what is the product you are interested in. Okay, this indicates your journey. Okay, so with this journey data, what they will do now, they will use some algorithm. Okay, they will use some algorithm to analyze your journey, and they will create an historical data. This historical data, we call it as the historical learning. So they will create an history for you, such that in if you for a month, how many minutes you have logged into the website, how many minutes you have spent for a particular product, and what are all the important products you are given for. So like that, whether you have posted any feedback for that product, everything will be recorded when you take an e-marketing website. Okay, so so as I told you, I think I have given a clear example. So the history depends on the previous sales journeys. Okay, so in this, how this can be related, this your history of journeys, how this can be related to cleansing is, at times for example, if you take if you have visited this Amazon website 5 times for this month of your September, but 4 times you have spent more than 5 to 10 minutes. But the last time when you logged in, no, you logged in using your friend's account. Am I clear? Yes, are you getting me, guys? Am I audible, guys?
Yes, sir.
See, 4 times you have logged in with your own Gmail account, okay, or your phone number. 4 times, okay. In this month, you have spent some time, about 5 to 10 minutes in Amazon website. Fifth time, what you have done? No, fifth or sixth time. Fifth time, what you have done? You are logged in using your friend's phone number, and immediately you have brought your product because he has recommended that product. Okay, so you have immediately logged in, you have purchased it, and you have left off the website. Okay, this we call it as the outlier. Okay, so with this data, you cannot create a history of journey. Okay, because you logged in from a different number that doesn't belong to your history, right? So that is the outlier. It should be removed from the process. Okay, so this process of removing you from this particular thing, we call it as the cleansing part. Maybe one more example I will see here. As I told you, 4 times you have logged in for more than 5 minutes. At the fourth time, what you have done now, you have placed a product in the cart. Okay, you thought that I should not miss this, maybe later I can purchase it. Then for the sixth time, you directly log in and go to the cart, immediately you purchase that product and you leave. You didn't spend that much of a time. So this is also an outlier because we don't get much of data from that. So these things should be removed. Okay, this is, we call it as the cleansing. Okay, see here I am given it clearly here, so you can just whatever I told you know that you can write it here. I have put it as a word here. Okay. Next level is in your data analytics is so first process is examining the data and checking its compliance. Second thing is you're looking for the outlier. Third one is we are using some algorithms to do some intelligence into this particular data. Okay. So what is this exploratory data analysis? See, this is performed on the cleaned data. Okay. So what is it exactly is that is discovering insights from that particular cleaned data. Okay. How do you do this? Is using some statistical methods are there. You can use that. Okay. So what is the purpose of the statistical methods is it is used to find some intelligence from the data. We call it as the observations. Okay. So there are two methods to do this exploratory analysis. One is univariate, second one is bivariate methods. In univariate, I think you might have heard this terms, finding the mean of the values, median, then doing some histograms that is available in your Excel itself. So all these things will be applied to particular cell or the particular field of data. Okay, like understanding the character and property of each and every data. Okay, so similarly you can use one more method, we call it as the bivariate methods. Okay, here we'll be using some techniques like cross tabulation, right? You know what is cross tabulation? Okay, interchanging the values of two tables values. Okay, then you can use graphs, you can apply covariance. Okay, these things you can use to understand the relationship that exists between the varieties of data we generate from the sensors. So the last step in your analytics part is after finishing it with analytics part, you have to develop a model. Okay, so this is the core step in this data analysis part. Now what we'll do is we will use some mathematical techniques to extract the maximum intelligence from the recent data. Okay, so this recent data I'm mentioning it as the processed data. Okay, so why should we do this mathematical analysis is again we have to identify the exact relationship of the fields inside the data or the variables that we use inside this data. To understand the relationship between them, again we use some mathematical techniques. Okay. Yeah guys, any queries you have? So this model now you can use see again I told you I'm not getting into the deeper part of it. You can use Berkeley's model. Okay, Berkeley's stack architecture model is a good example for doing data analytics in IoT. Berkeley's Berkeleys, Berkeley's data analytics model. It's a good example for doing analytics in your IoT. So am I clear? Any queries you have? Yeah, guys.
No, sir.
Yeah, if you are interested, we can go further, like how this Berkeley's model is exactly used to cleanse this data and process and how it is being done. Okay, for you, I think this is fine. This is an overview I have given for you. So up to this, we can have it for CAE 1. Okay. So let me go to the syllabus. Let me stop share.